this is the one major over the years that has remained unchanged.
There can be no doubt about it. He is the champ. Ken Climo, congratulations. Thanks, bud.
Ken and I went back and forth like a boxing match. It was tension-filled out there.
To say that I'm a 3-time U.S. champion, I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the entire world.
I couldn't believe it. Hugs all around.
It's about the disc golf community. It's not about the colors that that you're wearing.
James Conrad. He's the champion. Better watch out.
2021 champion.
It's once in a generation.
Ganon Buhr, United States champion, youngest ever to do it.
I've been too close too many times at this tournament to not have pulled that off.
Everybody dreams of having this exact camera angle with the reflection of the water in the back and you pumping your fists in the sky.
It's a different feel to it.
It preserves something special in disc golf. The fact that we're still here makes me happy.
Show up who can win at a very unique course on tour at USC. Final round action underway here at the United States Disc Golf Championships. We are in Rock Hill, South Carolina at the Winthrop Arena. It doesn't get any better than this. An amazing lead card ready to tackle one of the toughest challenges in disc golf. Anthony Barela out in front by a pair of strokes over Paul McBeth. Ricky Wysocki and Calvin Heimberg will join those two on the lead card. McBeth trying to win his 4th U.S. title. The other three looking for their first. We're going to go live right out onto the course. Defending champion Ganon Buhr starting his round, trying to get going and get out to a hot start. On the green, and he'll have a circle one putt for birdie. He's 6 shots off the lead. Take another look on the Zuka replay. Pure's the gap. And it's time now to welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Good afternoon, everybody. Glad to be with you alongside Philo Brathwaite. I am Charlie Eisenhood. Philo, this is going to be one of the most exciting rounds of the year as players vie for an opportunity to hoist the USDGC trophy.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charlie. Welcome in, everybody. Disc golf fans around the world, get ready. Sunday Championship Day is here. We have got a star-studded lead card ready to take the course. It's going to be exciting. Oh, my goodness. The buzz around the course is on a level I don't think I've ever really felt before here at the USDGC.
I saw people online saying, you know, I might have to drive overnight and come out here and get a ticket and watch this in person. Let's recap yesterday because it was a wild round. McBeth and Wysocki were at the top of the leaderboard to begin the day, and it was just a terrible start for Ricky Wysocki. He could not get a birdie until the 9th.
Yeah, it was pretty much a train wreck out there for Wysocki through 8 holes. The other guys making some birdies, trying to set a pace, keep things pushing forward. Anthony Barela, one of those guys, really came alive around on hole 4. Paul McBeth just was smooth and steady for the first half of the course, and then right around the time they made the turn, it just seemed like all the drama started to unfold for this lead card.
At the 9th, Barela sending it just over the rocks and safe onto the green.
Wasn't it one of those odd days of breaks on the good and bad side? We just saw so many guys on an awkward side of fortune.
So McBeth looking great, but he found the hazard off the tee on the 11th, and then his second shot found the hazard as well.
Unforced error for McBeth. Meanwhile, Anthony Barela capitalizes after his second shot leaks into the hazard. This is where Ricky started to come alive. Right around this point of the course, you could really start to feel the buzz of the patrons cheering Ricky on, trying to breathe life into his game. Up at the 17th, hunting chains, about as soft as you could drop it on the 17th. Finishing off the round with a spectacular approach.
And McBeth and Barela both finding OB at the 18th, so it was a 2-shot swing. It brought Ricky back into the conversation. He's now just 3 shots back. And the storyline's so rich today. I mean, wherever you look, there's a great story for each of these players.
Absolutely. History on the line Sunday afternoon here at the championship. It could be one of many fantastic stories for disc golf by the end of this afternoon.
AB looking for his first major. McBeth trying to match Climo's record. Ricky trying to snap a cold streak at the majors and get his first USDGC.
And continue the streak of 14 seasons with a win. So a lot on the line for Ricky. And can Vinny go double majors in a season? Broke the code earlier this summer. Could it be Vinny's time?
And even down on the chase card, Andrew Marweed, what a story that would be. Ganon Buhr, and he put together a masterpiece and try to climb to another title. Here is Ganon at the first, trying to open up with a birdie.
Oh man, you know the Iceman wants to put up a fight this afternoon. Defending champion, starting the day with a birdie.
So Ganon Buhr out to a great start. And there is a look at the leaderboard. We're just a few minutes away from the lead card taking the course. We're going to send it down now to the third member of our broadcast crew. Nate Perkins is with USDGC event director Jonathan Poole. Nate?
Well, JP, it's always a pleasure to be here in Rock Hill in early October. 27 years you've been directing this event. How has the experience been like from your perspective?
It's been another fantastic week. I mean, we've seen record ticket sales, record crowds. The vendors have all done great. It's another huge celebration of the game we love. Yep. And, so much has gone smoothly. The weather hasn't been as awesome as we would like, but we can't complain.
Yeah, well, I got to join in on the music last night. You guys put on a great show. What were some of your highlights from the weekend's festivities?
Well, I mean, it's big for us. I mean, we do live music every night. This event is free for the locals after 5 o'clock. And so, we really kind of lean into the music and the food and, activities and the bouncy house and like all kinds of things for families to do and enjoy together. So just to see record crowds just hanging out up there in the new big fan hospitality pavilion. The watch parties have been, every seat in the house is full. So just a really good energy up there all week long. And, it's just a fun spot to be.
Well, JP, the margin for error out here is already thin without wind and without potential rain. Talk about that dynamic that the elements added this week. It was like consistently 10 to 25 out of the Northeast.
Yeah, I mean, this course is extremely challenging in perfect conditions. We haven't seen perfect conditions the entire event. I mean, I've been caddying in the mornings and the wind's just been ripping. And you can't be off hardly at all. Like the course just doesn't let up anywhere. Yeah. I know one stretch with Henna yesterday, I mean, she went par and then was OB on 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and the drive on 8 was great. It was just the wind shoved it a little bit to the left, and like the tip of the rim was on the line and was only in by that much. So you just can't miss.
Yep. Well, quick pick, JP, and we'll let you go. Who's got it today? Who can handle the pressure?
It's impossible to kind of not look at Paul. With the history that he's had here, the history that he has had in general, it's certainly an advantage. The more rounds you've played here, the better. I mean, you kind of understand what you're in for. I think Missy spoke about it after her win. The course is going to get you somewhere, and it might get you more than once. And, and you have to know where to pick your moments, and thinking through all of that and staying in the moment and executing. So, I mean, I think it's anybody's game, obviously, on the lead card, but I got to say I like Paul's chances on this one. I know he wants it.
I don't hate that pick. Well, JP, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for all you do to host the United States title. Back to you guys in the booth.
Looking forward to chatting with you all round, Nate. Thank you so much, Jonathan Poole, for all you've done to build this tournament. Ganon Buhr coming off the birdie on the first. He's going to need a monster round today if he wants any chance to repeat.
I don't think he got it in the air. Ouch.
Well, someone is going to win a USDGC title at this 18th green. Unless, of course, we go to a playoff.
Playoffs?
USDGC action continues.
Welcome to the biggest celebration of disc golf in the world, the United States Disc Golf Championship. The best players in the world on the most iconic course in the game. Here, every throw counts and every putt is pressure. Follow the drama, feel the intensity, and experience the best championship in disc golf. History will be made and legends will be born. Join us for the most exciting action in disc golf. This is the United States Disc Golf Championship.
Hey guys, I'm excited to give you guys a sneak peek preview into the new signature edition Calvin Aviar. I really love this putter because it's a stiff plastic and it's got a bead. It just feels comfortable in my hand. It's really cool to get something that I've bagged for so long with my name on it. So if you want a putter that's a little more stable or you have slightly bigger hands and want a slightly deeper putter, this is the putter for you.
Welcome to the 2025 Zuka Mandatory Safety Training Meeting. These are key and essential.
Hey guys, first time, huh? This is my favorite week of the year. Right on?
Yeah. Accidents, injuries, damage. The zoo. If we're not here to learn, the exit's right over there.
Yeah, I'm 101, number one. We the best, it's another one. I say it with my chest, I'm telling everyone. Diamond Cup, 101, number one, number one. We the best, it's another one. I say it with my chest, I'm telling everyone. Diamond Cup, that's a hole in one. Yeah, I'm 101, number one. We the best, it's another one. I say it with my chest, I'm telling everyone. Diamond Cup.
Bean boots aren't made to sit on a shelf. They're made to be worn. To see the world from the ground up. From Maine to Tokyo. Side trails to soccer practice. Seasoned by the seasons themselves. You wear them in by simply wearing them out. Here, there, and everywhere in between. These are boots that become more and more yours with every step forward. And the best way to wear them is to just keep wearing them.
Highland started with my father's unquenchable thirst to build, to connect, to see possibility. Our thirst for good feels sets us apart. Good times flow as freely as our beer. Grand milestones and intimate moments become unforgettable memories. And first visits become lifelong traditions. This is Highland Brewing's thirst for good. Good flavor, a good future, and of course, all the good feels.
We may have seen staff and volunteers wearing white ribbons. Philo's got one on right now. It's all in memory of Lisa McDaniel, longtime volunteer here at USDGC.
She has been here from the beginning, even babysitting Jonathan Poole's kids many times over the years as he was ripping and running. Sadly passed before the championship. Heartfelt condolences to Johnny Mack, also been here all 27 years. The whole disc golf family here in Rock Hill has definitely lost an angel. Big supporter of the Edge program. Golden Rake winner. I mean, the list goes on to her volunteerism, her commitment to the sport.
The family has asked in lieu of donations to them to give to Edge. So if you go over to edgediscgolf.org, you can support their mission to educate the next generation of disc golfers. Ganon Buhr has to just pitch up to the green. He'll have a short putt for par. Anthony Barela getting ready to go. He had a lead here last year after round 3. Ended up coming up short, finishing in second place. Now he's out in front again with more experience under the belt.
The last few seasons, Anthony Barela has grown so much. His game has always been there. The talent, he's been locking in mentally, completely understanding his game, finding a very calm disposition to play the game with, which is so hard to do when there's so much anxiety and pressure just around every corner, every tournament. Love the poise he's been playing with, the confidence, the belief. He's got some wins on tour the last couple of seasons. The confidence is just going to continue to elevate for that young fella.
Still looking for his first major. Take a look at what he's done the last 2 seasons. He's been a consistently better player this year, fewer wins, but I think he'd trade all of them for this one.
Absolutely. This would be one heck of a way to cap off a fantastic season for Anthony Barela. Absolutely, Charlie. It's right there in front of him.
He has been there in front at the majors in final rounds, of course at European Open. Came up short at the 16th. And then last year, just a few too many bogeys down the stretch. And Ganon Buhr able to pass him, with Barela finishing in second. He's got a 2-shot lead this year over the greatest player of this generation, Paul McBeth. Here's Ganon at the second for par. Cards the par. He's 1 down through 2. Lead card is getting ready to go. Paul McBeth having a quick last phone call before he takes the tee. What a card we've got for you today. One of these 4 may hoist the USDGC trophy. Anthony Barela, Paul McBeth, Ricky Wysocki, and Calvin Heimberg tackle Winthrop next.
This season, Team Discraft is making a statement, and the message is loud and clear. Discraft, built for flight.
At OTB, every disc is virtually in your hand, carefully measured, weighted, and examined, giving you the ultimate confidence in your game. Head to OTB now to get your new favorite discs.
Look at her, so focused, so dialed. Paige with such a beautiful drifting shot, just gonna park it.
She just parks it right now?
Yeah. Congratulations, Paige Pierce, you're Green Mountain champion.
The United States Disc Golf Championships are presented by Innova, the choice of champions.
Big make there for Paul McBeth, staring at out of bounds.
Great shot for McBeth, and he parks it. McBeth get within 2. No stranger to big makes at the 17th.
But AB recovers within just a few holes, puts his foot on the gas pedal, and now he is the outright leader. Count it, Anthony Barela, championship moment, huge moment for his chances this weekend.
Look at this. Ricky might not be so far back after all.
Unbelievable.
Ricky for his birdie.
That's the Ricky we like to see. What an amazing turnaround for Rick this afternoon.
Aggressive shape, and it pays off. Ricky Wysocki, he will be just 3 shots off the lead despite a disastrous start to this round. Ganon Buhr at the 3rd.
That finishes right now. It's going to be great. Oh, yeah. Back to the A position, tucked in the cypress. Opportunity there for Buhr with a sharp sidearm.
Well, there's the fan pavilion and the Winthrop Eagle, and a beautiful view of the facilities here at Winthrop. Time to head down to the first tee for the introductions of our lead card.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina for the 2025 United States Disc Golf Championship, presented by Innova, created to help you throw your best. This is your lead card. First on the box from Mesa, Arizona, shooting 24 strokes under par on the weekend, Anthony Barela. Let's go, Anthony!
5 wins in the last 2 years. Trying to get his first major.
Much better from yesterday's effort here at the first, whacking the mandatory tree. Look at this for Barela. I haven't seen anybody on a bullseye this afternoon at the first. It's been tough. What a shot.
2018 and 2021 United States Disc Golf Champion Paul McBeth.
3-time champion at USDGC, trying to tie Ken Climo's all-time major record of 18 wins. It's been more than 3 years since McBeth's last major win.
Will the master track down his pupil? Tee shot matching even better. How did Happy say it? Somebody's closer.
We might have a lot of that this afternoon.
Arizona, Ricky Wysocki.
Rick swinging it a little bit too much drag. Circle
And
2.
in the hunt, just 4 strokes off the pace from Safety Harbor, Florida, Calvin Heimberg. Let's go, Calvin!
Calvin shot a course record 13 under in the final round of USDGC a year ago. He was too far back to chase down Ganon Buhr. Now just 4 shots off the lead.
Also got over on it too much there for Calvin. Looks like it's going to give him a circle's edge look. Got stable late.
Off we go. Lead card on the course at the championship. It's a 1-shot look at McBeth's tee shot. He's going to have a drop-in birdie.
Absolutely picture perfect off the first here for McBeth. Mostly straight flight, little slight taper right over the log, park job. That's the way you want to start when Anthony Barela drops it on a bullseye. Kick things off.
Fans can use code DGPT for 25% off their order at oneshotenergy.com. Well, let's take a look at our picks in the Hold My Bag Fantasy Disc Golf game. Go to holdmybagdg.com to make your own. Philo, it's close right now because Chris Dickerson and Sullivan Tipton are going to be going back and forth.
Yeah, Chris Dickerson had the advantage at the start of the afternoon. I got to greet Sullivan Tipton as he started his round this afternoon, wishing him some luck. That young man loves to battle.
Chris Dickerson in a better spot right now, but just took a double bogey at the 8th. So we'll see who comes out.
Never know.
That's true.
You never know.
Congratulations to Missy Ganon for winning the Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championship earlier today. Ricky
giving it the old college try, a little too much want.
Ganon's going to have to try to fight something around the corner.
It's got to be tight to that mandatory tree. A lot of speed, a lot of angle. And he has to test the height. You don't really want to come in too low out the hand. Yep, there he goes, pushing the window. It's got a good shape. Does it curl? Outside look there. Thankfully, they've cleaned up those cypresses. He'll have a putt.
Ricky for par. Sticks it in a stiff breeze here at the first. Heiberg for a birdie.
Can't have that on a championship Sunday.
That is his circle one miss. Leaves it low. Barela, short putt for the birdie. A great start for your leader. McBeth matches to stay within 2. And already, Wysocki and Heimberg off the pace. Let's take a look at the second.
Yeah, this hole's definitely seen some changes. Last couple seasons, they've turned this into a par 3, 409 feet, playing uphill, low ceiling off to the right. The center gap does offer more airspace, but it's such a technical tee shot. Most people are avoiding it, playing for that low hyzer stand-up along the right side. There is a mandatory out there about 340 feet, right around circle 2, edge of the fairway. Stay on the right side of that. Can't finish too much off to the left. OB creeps up fast right around the edge of circle 1 to the left and inside circle 1 to the right. So that entry into the green has to have the right attitude or you're going to find yourself in the hazard.
Just 12% of players getting birdie here at the second today.
Should be a tailing crossing wind for these guys. Should feel like it's blowing off their left shoulder across the fairway. Wouldn't be surprised to see guys opt for the center line today. Here it is from Barela. Should get a helping push from the wind. Beautiful pace control there for Barela to end up at the edge of the circle.
A very focused looking Anthony Barela.
McBeth opting for the hyzer line. Didn't get anywhere for Ganon Buhr and was instantly beat down for McBeth. That's what tailwind does. Tailwind drop. Not much of a ceiling to get any air under the disc under the right side. Wysocki looking to match the line of Anthony Barela. Here it comes. Yes, sir. Circle 1 look. Do you hear the difference?
Absolutely.
It's been that way the last couple of days since Rick's been up here in the top of the board. That gallery waiting to explode with energy for him.
Helped carry him through yesterday.
Certainly did, and he mentioned it in his post-round interview. He loves that energy that the crowd gives him. He feeds off of it. He's got to earn it.
Needs to settle down, and it does. Gets the green flag. C2 look for Heimberg. But Anthony Barela has a chance to open up a 3-shot lead here at hole 2.
I got a weird, sort of like sliding. I hit something.
It's a great start for Barela. And it began here on the first after he hit the Mando tree yesterday and took a big number.
What a correction. What an adjustment there for Anthony Barela on the first. Even more pressure-packed moment. First tee shot of the final round. Paul McBeth lurking behind. You know you got to throw a good one because you know he's going to throw a good one. Steps up to hole 2. Perfect touch to keep that thing in a comfortable putting range. Tailwind putt. Shouldn't have to worry about any OB behind it. Well done from AB.
Second shot for Nicholas Antila at the third, going roller.
Nicholas Antila is a technician. Look at this thing curling in.
What a shot from Antila.
Unbelievable stuff from Nicholas Antila. The difficulty of that shot is in the stratosphere.
Once again, dropping it down in the gap and just the ability to get it to go right to the circle.
Unbelievable stuff. World-class action right there from Nicholas Antila.
He'll putt for his first birdie of the round. McBeth gives it a chance. Didn't miss by much. He's got that left for par. Buhr for birdie at the third.
If he makes this, he's going to start feeling a little dangerous out here. Never gave it a chance. Slides halfway into the circle on the backside. Should be a comfortable tap in for par.
Antila for birdie. Fantastic birdie for Niklas after the roller approach. Back to the second. Heimberg from C2. 40-footer.
Another short arm putt for Calvin, 2 in a row. So important to establish yourself early in the round, Championship Sunday.
Barela just inside the circle. 32-footer. And he shorts it.
Oof. Opportunity missed. Gotta handle business inside circle one.
Before that putt, Barela was 100% inside the circle putting, 37 for 37. But he misses. Ricky
does not.
Picks up the birdie.
That's a good sign for Wysocki fans, breaking the seal early.
McBeth in for par. He'll remain 2 shots back of Barela. Wysocki back within 3. Missed opportunity for AB after another excellent tee shot. And Rick takes advantage.
Yeah, Rick got his hand up into the window. Anthony Barela did not. You can see it there. Look how that hand rises up to the space where the eyes are looking. Key component to making putts out there.
To the fourth. Buhr opened up with a birdie at the first. Back-to-back pars since.
Another technical par 3, just around 300 feet here for the competitors, 2 in the opening 4 holes. Mandatory on the left. Plenty of daylight out to the right, daylight out to the right should you miss the line perfectly. Ganon Buhr nips off the mandatory tree, playing some plinko, making his way to the edge of the fairway. Andrew Marweed navigates the gap. There you go, nice soft flare skip on the backside. We'll call that 7 meters left for Marweed.
Looking for his first birdie after taking a bogey at the third. Let's fly hole 3.
Such a great hole. I love what they've done here. Changed the tee pad, moved it onto the other side of the road. Every year this fairway is going to look a little different. They're always going to throw another curveball at you. This year making these 2 little awkward peninsulas right in the middle you got to avoid. Anywhere by that drop zone is going to feel really nice. Today you'd like to be more on the left side, especially if you're looking to throw the sidearm into the green. Placement is everything here at the par 4 third hole. You gotta give yourself an angle or you're just conceding this hole. It's so tight, so treacherous. That mandatory and low ceiling wrecks so many people's shots, getting aggressive. Play smart here, walk away with your par, and most likely you're gaining strokes on the field.
Just 3 birdies today at the third. Simon Lizotte, Casey White, and Nicholas Antila, who we just saw throw the fantastic roller.
Can I give a shout out to my buddy Rock Searle? Used to be the spotter here for many years. We miss your brother. He'd always take pictures of every competitor that would make a birdie. We know he's watching today. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Good spot there for Rick.
This one absolutely smashed from Anthony Barela. Hyzer flip with one of his most overstable drivers. Wow, down into the gully for AB. That is a baby chip shot around the corner for a birdie.
Absolutely crushed. Whew. I think this is the best tee shot we've seen at the third this entire week, and maybe that I've ever seen. All the way down to a little chipped forehand onto the green. Unbelievable from Barela.
Early contender for the OTB shot of the day. That was phenomenal. Spectacular. Throw whatever word you like at it. That man is a beast. To the actual McBeast in flight. Finding that left edge of the fairway. He's going to love that angle.
Calvin drives one down the fairway. That's in a good spot.
Absolutely incredible to watch these guys throw golf shots in the 500-foot range with accuracy.
Back to the fourth. Can Ganon find the range from deep?
Just off the mark. Not the start he was hoping for this afternoon if he wants to run him down.
He's going to have to get it going very soon. Marweed for birdie. That's his first of the round. Gets him back to 19 under. He's 6 shots back of Barela.
Circle one monster making good.
Beautiful look at the fairway of the third from our Flight Factory drone. Flight Factory is offering big discounts for USDGC weekend. Visit flightfactorydiscs.com to view all of the deals and save up to 50% on select Innova, MVP, Discraft, and more. Valid through Sunday. Ricky's second. Long look.
We all know how awesome Ricky is with the sidearm. That should tell you how difficult that second shot is from out of distance position-wise, out of position distance-wise, excuse me, from, a little farther back in the fairway. It's so hard to make that turn. So hard.
Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, in his natural camouflaged environment. Paul McBeth pulling out his discs, going to make a decision based on the wind, and I want to send it back down to you, Nate, and just tell us about the wind here and these next approach shots and what we saw from Barela.
The shot from AB was one of those that everyone is looking at each other like, did that just happen? And wind really isn't a factor right now, and a misfire from McBeth. Yeah, this is like one of the spots where these trees right here are kind of guarding it. They had the headwind off the tee, but once you get closer to this window right here, it's kind of protected. Calvin, great angle here. Hyzer looking for the skip. Oh, it gets the ceiling. It's tough because you kind of have to push that ceiling to get the distance you need. AB is down in the bowl. I'm going to say it's north of 550, pushing 600 feet, Philo. What do you make of that drive?
Unbelievable stuff from Anthony Barela. Going hyzer flip, super overstable disc, plays the wind to perfection, then gets that nice little nose grind down into the bottom. That's exactly the kind of play you want to see from a guy who wants to win. That's what I'm seeing right now. Anthony Barela wants this W.
And he's got a chance to pick up a stroke on the card. A little wide, but at the edge of the circle.
That's going to be fine for Anthony Barela. A little downhill flavor to it, favorable wind. It's going to feel closer than it is with the downhill look.
Let's go to the 5th. Buhr, just one down on the round. Good tee shot there. Calvin up to the green, tap in for par.
Another one of those guys with a long-time good friend caddy, Zach Melton there for Calvin Heimberg. See those two linked up all over the place. Trying to keep Calvin in the right headspace, performing at his best.
65-foot look for Wysocki. Bottom fell out.
Yep, swirly winds.
McBeth's going to have a putt from behind the hay bales over on this right side that's really been opened up. There used to be zero daylight through this side of the green.
Yeah, that's a great angle. Good work there from the cameraman to give us a perspective of what Paul McBeth is working with here. Going to have to do a little up and over, flat and to the right.
Clips the cage.
Good effort from McBeth, but it's not enough. Anthony Barela, for the second hole in a row, will have an opportunity to gain a stroke.
And you wonder if it didn't hit a little branch on the way out, did that have enough to get in the chains?
I think it did, Charlie. That little tickle on the way out knocked just enough pace off for it to come up that inch short.
Barela for a birdie and a 3-shot lead.
This is where championships are made, Charlie. Inside circle one. All the pressure in the world on your shoulders. Got to find a way to stay calm and knock them in the basket. Barela makes good at the 3rd.
A bounce back after missing from C1 for the first time this tournament at the 2nd. 2 down through 3. Wysocki in for par. 4 shots off the lead. Heimberg in for the par as well. Just 4 birdies at the 3rd today, and your leader, Anthony Barela, is one of them. He's got a 3-shot lead after a 600-foot tee shot at the 3rd. Can he close out his first major today at the USDGC?
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Well, you can play daily fantasy disc golf at nxtbets.com/playdgpt. And the over-under on Anthony Barela's finish today at the USDGC is 3.5. I think that sounds
Can
like
I
some
keep it real?
disrespect.
I'm about to say, you better put some respect on that man's name. What are you doing? I'm just playing. Anything could happen, but what a line. Man, that could get it. Oh, man.
Right now, sitting in first with some cushion. Started the day with a 2-shot lead. It's up to 3 after birdies at the first and the third. We go to the fourth.
That saved him. Big time brick for AB off the tee, early release. Good thing he clipped a tree, gives him an opportunity to scramble. Wow, for the second day in a row. Clobbered the tree on the right for Rick.
It's a tough up and down from there with that Mando tree on the left side.
There may be a little lane for him to do a skip shot, something over stable. He should have plenty of room to get around the mandatory, maybe swing it a bit wide. McBeth in danger. Look at that thing stand up and move.
Slides up towards the edge of the circle. Could see some obstruction on that side. Very similar.
It was in exactly the same place yesterday. Calvin trying to get something cooking, perhaps a little cut roll. Send him back towards circle's edge. Ish.
To the fifth, Buhr, second shot.
Nice soft skip there for Buhr. Should have a nice angle across the pond.
So Ricky's going to have to find his way to the right of the Mando tree and try to get something up to the green.
Wow, you were right, Charlie. This is extremely pinched.
Really well done. And he somehow gets it inside the circle.
Not the shot I thought he was going to have to work with. That was impressive from Ricky Wysocki, giving himself a chance to scramble up a par. World-class stuff once again. Being displayed early.
Look at this lane that he finds.
Body control.
Much easier from this side, but low ceiling for Barela.
I think if he just gets it the majority of the way there and use some ground play, it should finish in circle one. Looks like a nice little gap there. He's got to hit the lane. A little bit of pace on it. It should work out. Missed the lane.
Barela finding some trouble here at the fourth. Let's go back to the fifth. Niklas, third shot over the water.
Shape is looking good. Does it check up the speed? No, too hot. Big flare skip into Lake Winthrop for Antela.
He'll putt for par from circle one. That was number 3 for Barela. He's going to tap in for a bogey. Back to the fifth. Buhr, third shot. This is getting blown. I mean, that got moving with the crosswind into the water.
Yeah, Charlie, it's a windy day. It's Not wise to put the disc up in the air over 8-10 feet. Really, it's going to get affected and accelerate. Just giving too much of that flight plate up to the wind, you know. It's like a paper plate out there when you cast it up in the sky.
Calvin Heimberg can't get around the corner and now has a difficult putt for 3.
Oof. Not the start Calvin was looking for here with a tester early to keep things even. And the putter's not necessarily been looking sharp for Calvin to start this round. A couple opportunities to score slipping through his fingers. And he sails this one. Wreckage for Heimberg to start the final rounders. Yeah, geez, man, what a tough way to get things going.
Sails the basket completely and has some work left for bogey. McBeth for a birdie to get within a shot of the lead. Racing on his left knee. What a putt from Paul McBeth.
I was counting it before he even drew it back, man. Like, these are his moments. This is what he does. He's been doing this to people for 15 plus years, man. He makes the incredible look easy.
You've watched him alongside him on tour for many years. What is it about his ability in these final rounds that stands out the most?
To lock in, to just block all the distractions out, all the noises, all the moving people, all the hype, all the pressure, all the anxieties that come along with the final round. Just, it's incredible what he's been able to do on a final round over the course of his career. How many times has he run down a leader from big stroke deficits? Not just a couple strokes, 5, 6, 7, 8 strokes, and he comes roaring back and takes it down. It's unbelievable.
Good putt from Ricky in a pretty stiff crosswind, and he saves the par. He's now back within 3 shots of the lead. Bogey for Barela. His first bogey of the round. It's a 2-shot swing with McBeth.
That's got to be it for AB. No more bogeys.
The 17-time major champ buries it at the 4th.
Pressure being applied earlier from McBeast.
Let's send these boys back to the lobby. Get on. Oh, Grandma's got a hot kettle for that tea bag.
How did you get so much energy from a candy?
One Shot is no ordinary candy. It only has 4 grams of sugar, and the nootropics help prevent jitters and crash.
Grandma, do you think I could try one of those One Shot energy chews?
Oh, sure, honey. But if you come for the queen, you better come correct, Sprout. I'm the OG. Got it?
Got it.
Level up your energy with One Shot. Grab yours at oneshotenergy.com today.
The number one reason I switched from bag to cart is pretty simple. It takes weight off of my back, easier to play a course.
I realized that the cart became something I really needed when little things would happen. I'd pick up my bag and my elbow would hurt.
Using a cart decreases the bending over, the weight on my lower back. Decide to go with Suka, and seeing that my sciatic nerve is gone and I don't need to worry. Only one thing I have to worry about to get birdie, because my Suka done it all for me.
The educational disc golf experience brings disc golf to schools and communities nationwide. With support from industry leaders and key partnerships, Edge has granted over $450,000 to help kids learn and grow through the sport of disc golf. Ongoing cuts to PE programming places schools in need of our help now more than ever. Every dollar donation puts more discs in kids' hands and smiles on their faces. Support Edge's mission today and help reach and teach the future of disc golf.
Hello, we're Kenna. We're a Dutch growing company. We love plants and we want to tell you some cool things about them. Just like humans, plants can communicate. They can sense when another plant is close. Plants look out for each other too. They warn neighbors about nearby threats by secreting substances, and studies have shown that plants love a good tune. We love and understand plants. Let our passion excite you too.
Well, today's the last day to get 25% off Disc Golf Pro Tour manufacturers boxes. You don't need a code. Just go to dgpt.com/shop and pick up a box that includes 9 unique discs, commemorative items, and more. Sale ends tonight. After finding the water, Ganon Buhr taps in for par at the 5th. And he's just been a little bit sluggish out of the gates here, Philo. 1 down through 5.
Definitely not the pace you're looking for if you're trying to apply pressure to a Paul McBeth and an Anthony Barela some 4, 5, 6 strokes ahead of you.
McBeth on the box at the 5th. Nate, how's the wind playing here?
Completely different dynamic today, Charlie. Last 3 days we've had consistent kind of right to left as you get closer to the water. Today there's just no read. It's swirling. I think today is clearly going to be the most challenging conditions. Yeah, just right now back and forth between tail, head, and right to left. It's tough.
Barela with the forehand.
Something interesting to think about is these guys didn't get to watch the chase card play hole 5 at all. They have no idea what happened on those shots coming across the water, so they're going to be doing, giving it their best guess once they get to that 3rd shot. It's going to be interesting to see who goes first and what the other guys do in response.
That's a great point. Maybe a little extra benefit to getting down to the left side of that fairway. Have a chance to watch the other players attack that green. At the 6th, Ganon needs to get something going.
Unbelievable. Gobbled. Not what we expected to see after that disc left his hand. It had pace and angle, and whatever it hit, it killed it.
That might do it for Ganon Buhr.
That's a bit out of position, Charlie.
Let's go back to the 6th, Andrew Marweed.
Trying to get something going himself. It's been even after 5 holes. That drive's going to break the seal. Andrew Marweed up ahead at the 6.
Yeah.
Second shot away for Barela, also retreating off to the right edge of the fairway. Not ideal position to make this long crossing in these windy conditions. Calvin Heimberg does well.
Second for Ricky. Settling down into the fairway. So we're going to let you listen to the sights and sounds here at the 5th with our LL Bean Nature Moment. We'll step aside.
3 seconds.
Well, that was the LL Bean nature moment. LL Bean believes that being outside is good for us in every possible way. Visit llbean.com today and be an outsider. All right, Nate, what's AB looking at here?
Yeah, he didn't set himself up great. This is a big shot. Only 330 to clear the water. A little over 4 if he wants to park it, but the wind is hurting. It's just pushing toward the lake. It's committed, turning into the wind a little bit. Look at this lift. It lifted, and it's just going to sling it out into the lake. Maybe without that lift, it had a chance.
Another look at it from the Flight Factory drone.
I thought he had it for a split second. Looked like it stood up and gave him a little bit of push to the right, but no, it was, ooh, so close to going in for eagle from the looks of that shot there from Anthony Barela, so it should be a tap-in par if there's any consolation.
This is such a difficult shot right now with that wind pushing hard into the water.
But advantage to McBeth now, because now he understands the assignment. He can swing it out there a little bit wider, keeps it a little bit lower. This should help it check up. And it does. Inside circle 1 for McBeth. That's the advantage of not having to go first on that shot. I was telling you about that. It's going to be a chess match out here to see what's happening. Being the wind maestro is not always going to be good. You don't want to be first off the box on some of these holes. First off
Barela
the fairway.
putting for par. McBeth has a chance to tie the lead at 25 under.
Just like that, 2 holes.
Calvin Heimberg still looking for his first birdie.
Heimberg also opting to keep it a little lower, drive it in there. Here it comes, wind starting to get under it, but it checks up nicely, curls up. 1 step off the bullseye. Beautiful stuff from Heimberg to get on the board.
Ricky. A little too conservative, and now a tricky circle 2 putt.
Gotta imagine under the circumstances, gonna take a stab at it.
Chance to pick up a stroke on Barela. Marweed at the 7th. After getting the birdie at 6, he's tied for 4th at 20 down.
Wow, Andrew Marweed, what anticipation. Swinging it to the edge of the lattice, getting that thing to slide in. Near flare skip ace for the 1. Let's take another peek.
Chain high, just a little shallow, and he'll be right at the edge of the bullseye, putting for a 2nd straight birdie. Antila. 1 down on the round. Straight at it.
Telling you, he's one of the best in the world at that. As soon as I saw this guy play for the first time, it was instantaneous recognition of skill. The guy throws the disc as straight as anyone. It's beautiful.
Ganon looking for his first birdie since hole 1.
That'll do.
Wysocki for birdie.
Go, baby.
Got it.
What a courageous stab there for Ricky Wysocki, staring directly at the water. No room for error. The trust to put that disc up on the chains.
McBeth for a share of the lead. He's in. We are tied at the top. Calvin Heimberg can get to 20 under once again, tied for 4th. And he's in for the birdie. AB in for the par. So he and McBeth will go to the 6th tied. Let's take a look at hole 6.
Yeah, off the tee, you're looking for this line of trees out here on the right side. That's kind of your aiming point. If you're going to swing it out there, it's got to have a little bit of that anti-flex shape to it and be overstable. As you start approaching the edge of the fairway out there to the right side, you'll see that hazard start creeping in. Ooh, you got to have that thing moving. We've seen a lot of guys get sucked into that wormhole over there off to the right side. The appropriate angle and skip is required to land safely on the sand. If you underthrow it, overthrow it, you will find yourself taking a walk to the drop zone and having a scary circle 2 putt for your par. You don't want that. Got to take advantage of this pretty stock hyzer right here.
And that hole flyover is presented by Zenni, eyewear for everyone. McBeth now tied for the lead. It's pretty straight, and he does get it to move back, and he'll be safe. Kind of a dangerous putt from there.
He was expecting that thing to catch edge and turn left, not just push forward. Wysocki hates it. And there's a splashdown heading to the drop zone.
Had a terrible result yesterday. Found the OB, then had his putt from the drop zone splash out left, stand up, and roll out of bounds. He ultimately took a triple bogey. He has struggled on this hole. Heimberg.
Looking good. Does get into circle 1, but does not make it all the way down into the sand. Little 5-6 meter look there for Heimberg. Should feel comfortable with that. Should be back-to-back birdies for Heimberg as well. Picking up his first at the 5th. Love the opening shape. Gets caught up by the steps down into the sandbox, but that'll do for Anthony Barela. Nice execution there to get himself back in the game.
Back to the 7th, Buhr for birdie. Second birdie of the round for Ganon. Niklas to match Buhr at 19 under.
Bogey-free performance so far for Nicolas Antala.
Andrew Marweed looking for back-to-back birdies to get within 4 shots of the lead. Andrew Marweed is hanging around. Now 2 under on the round. Big crowd at the 6th.
Massive crowd at the 7th. You should see it. 20 people deep all along that road trying to get an eyeball.
People jockeying for position as this lead card gets ready to walk to the Zuka Lounge and tee off. Wysocki.
What? No way. 3 times in a row for Rick.
How can that not stay in? That was barely over the cage. Look at this from Ricky. Nose down, chains.
Oh, he caught the nub first and killed the speed. Nub chains, nub out. Gutted.
This hole has it out for Rick. He will bogey. McBeth for birdie. Got it. That's going to keep him with at least a share of the lead going to the 7th.
Look of determination on that fella's face right there. He is ready. Will AB respond after this putt from Heimberg? Just a couple steps closer.
Calvin in for birdie. Tied for 4th with Andrew Marweed. AB to stay level with McBeth.
Nice commitment to that stroke there for AB. Nice solid swing, firm pop, center chains. Confidence building stroke right there.
To the 7th. But first we will go to the 8th. Check in on Ganon Buhr.
Nothing wrong with that. Andrew Marweed carding birdies in 3 of his last 4, in position at the 8th.
And what a scene at hole 7. It's a great look at the Zuka Lounge. And a great look at Vendor Village and the fan pavilion in the background. Fresh and Now concert series rolling all week long. Get a chance to check out any of these bands, Philo?
All of them. I've seen everybody. I've been hanging out all weekend long, man. I've been dying to be around the disc golf community and see everybody and hang out, enjoy all the shows. It's been phenomenal. Absolute worm burner out the hand from McBeth. Unforeseen.
Calvin coming off back-to-back birdies.
Oh no, that doesn't have a chance at all. The drop zone on the right side for Calvin. Not the worst reaction there for Anthony Barela. He's going to get a green flag. Listen to this crowd trying to come to life for Ricky Wysocki.
Nobody threw the Mando at the 7th.
Didn't see that coming, Charlie. Usually these guys are licking their chops when they get to the tee of the 7th.
And we just saw the chase card shoot
That's
this hole.
star frame.
Fantastic. Marweed's second at the 8th. Bounces up and into the circle. Will it stay?
I don't think we've seen one stay yet this weekend, Charlie. Every time they enter up on the high right side of this green, they catch that edge and retreat back deep into circle 2.
Ganon's second. It's pretty low.
Early entrance on the skip. And it's making that right turn and working its way closer to Marweed. How about that? Kind of an anti-roll back into a 38-footer.
McBeth looking right at it. Slides it up to the bullseye. Incredible scene here at USDGC for a wish list lead card. Heimberg.
Competitor does have the option to utilize either drop zone after they've received a red flag. Outside chance here for Barela. Seen it happen before. Not quite the touch.
That left for par.
Oh, Rick, it's to the basket, not to the save. Oh, yeah.
Ricky was lining up towards the Mando, and McBeth reminded him that line of play is to the basket, so he corrected. Can he flip one in?
Dad putt. Ooh, just missing. Great effort there for Rick. Everybody's walking away with a par at the 7th.
Flips it up high and didn't miss by much. So the 3 guys at the top of the leaderboard will have short putts for par. Heimberg putting for the bogey. Not bad. He drops to 20.
Forgot about that.
Barela in for the par. And he and McBeth stay level. McBeth's got the best round going on this lead card. He is 4 down through 7.
One of the better paces we've seen on the afternoon happening here on your lead card.
Andrew Marweed for birdie. And this stands up and rolls.
Brutal. He really didn't send it up there with a lot of speed. Just got a bad break catching that reverse roll back down.
Ganon to get to 20.
Starting to feel like an insurmountable deficit for Buhr to overcome at this point.
C2 putt goes down for Marweed. Some separation for McBeth and Barela at the top of the leaderboard. Can anyone put some pressure on our leaders?
If you're giving it the old eyeball test, it hasn't been looking good. Guys on the chase card are a little far back. McBeth and Barela up ahead. Not looking shook or anything. Not firing on all cylinders quite yet, but not, you know. Just never know on a Sunday afternoon out here. Still plenty of volatile holes ahead.
McBeth getting ready to tee off here at the 8th. Just waiting for the players to clear the 16th. See Nate Heinold in the back there, tournament director for the Pro Tour Championships coming up next weekend.
Lock him up! Let's go!
Hard to land there. Really opens things up. You don't have to add it quite as much shape. You can fire it in there straighter. He played the same shot yesterday. Didn't get so aggressive trying to get to the right side.
Tougher angle from over there for Barela. Wysocki.
Looking for a soft landing similar to McBeth. A little bit more of a flare towards the right side, joining Anthony Barela. Plenty workable.
Fortunate to skip through clean. A little short for Heimberg.
That did look a bit sawed off.
PDGA's Phil Delaney talking to Nate Heinold, who will be running the show at the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships that starts 4 days from now. And you can catch the action right here on the Disc Golf Network, or grab yourself a ticket at dgpt.com/tickets. It's up in Virginia at the courses we played for the World Championships last year. Philo, who do you think's going to win the Tour Championship this year?
Well, Ganon Buhr's definitely got himself a nice little lead. Should be feeling pretty comfortable. See if anybody can run him down.
Buhr has not looked particularly comfortable this afternoon. 1 under on the day. Running out of time.
Back to the 8th position, tucked into the left corner. Look at that drive from Ganon Buhr. World #1. Parked.
Long second shot for Heimberg.
That's not good enough, Charlie. If that goes, ooh, good thing he got beyond that mandatory tree for a split second there. I thought he absolutely shanked that thing onto the baseball field.
I think he's lucky he hit a tree, because I think that was going to find its way onto the outfield. But he got the green flag. Doesn't look particularly windy down there, but we'll send it down to Nate. How's it looking for these second shots?
Yeah, ball's in a perfect spot. Oh, he burns it over. Burned it over, lucky to skate over the out of bounds. Pushes left, gets the green flag. It's a little bit more of a direct headwind up this tunnel. Past few days, it's been more of a right to left here. AB has to hit this all hyzer. Straight into the headwind. Looked inside, but it kept flying around the big tree. That's going to curl up. That's probably close to C1. I'm back here by AB. And then Rick, best lie of the group, just got a read off Anthony. lower. This one is inside, and it gets the good flare through the gap. And it's not over for Rick, but now's the time. Needs a big putt. Needs to get that crowd back on his side like he had yesterday.
Advantage Barela at the 8th. Second shot for Andrew Marweed at the 9th after laying up, just playing for par, and he will be barely inbounds.
Whew. Living on the edge. Marweed a little aggressive with that layup. Playing pretty icy right there in the bullseye. Something to keep in mind if competitors following get aggressive playing into this green.
Yeah, I thought we might have a pretty sticky course today, but it hasn't rained much as Antila knocks down the birdie putt to get to 20. His third birdie of the day. We were anticipating potentially pretty significant storms, but very little rain and actually pretty decent conditions overall. McBeth.
Nice usage of the hill, the backstop, kill the speed, coming in with some Anheuser. Checks up beautifully.
Andrew Marweed in for the par. Ganon Buhr taps it in for the birdie. So he gets back to 20 under, 6 shots back. Here's where Calvin landed.
Oof. Tiny little sliver of daylight to work with along the fence.
Drew Gibson earlier in the tournament managed to get a roller to go on the outside of the Mando foul pole between the fence and the pole. Missed the Mando. Calvin does well to get down to the green. Wysocki can't find the range from circle 2.
Wasn't off by much, Charlie. Just missing on the right side, chain high. Big opportunity coming up here for Anthony Barela. The door has been opened by Paul McBeth with the sloppy second shot.
To retake the solo lead. A stunning miss from Barela.
Can't have that, Charlie. He's made such a massive step in the right direction in C1 over the past couple seasons, and when you need it most.
He did not miss a circle 1 putt in the first 3 rounds. He's missed twice here in the final round. And that one was from close range. High off the band on the right side. And Barela has become an incredibly good putter. He's 13th on tour in circle 1 at 88% and 12th in C2 at 32%, but a couple of pressure-packed misses here in the final round at USDGC. It remains tied at the top. Buhr at the 10th. Simply has to get this eagle.
Only sitting 2 down through the round. He desperately needs this eagle to try to get something kick-started and maybe come in smoking hot on this back 9. And looks like job done for Buhr. The drive checks up 6 meters off the target.
Take another look.
550 feet over stable, going hyzer to stand up, anticipating that fade perfectly. Using a little upslope there to kill the speed. That's what you call putting the pieces together, Charlie.
Has an opportunity to cut the lead down to 4. We go to the 9th with our lead card. Nate, how's the wind looking for this increasingly treacherous tee shot?
Yeah, it's kind of drifting back between head and head left to right, which isn't the worst wind here because it prevents the big carry left like we saw the first 3 days with the right to left wind. And Paul came up short on this in round 2. Having the box here isn't great. That's all hyzer. Is it gonna get there? I don't love it. It's enough though, that's a green flag. It's just so hard to tell if the wind is slowing it down or if it's cutting right through it. It's a pretty tough miss for AB to recover from. Let's see how he handles it here. Bit of a lull in the wind right now. Also, all hyzer doesn't really flip up. Yep, has the speed. Gentle skip. You can kind of see that left to right. The disc is not moving too far back to the left. Ricky towering hyzer. Potentially risking deep, and it is safe. This is one of the bigger changes this year. I think they turned it into one of the easier par 3s to one of the more difficult. Galvin flat, getting back on hyzer now. And it has the distance. Wow. 4 in a row getting the green flag is impressive.
Nice drives from this lead card. Anthony Barela is closest. He's 22 feet from the pin. Go to the 10th. Marweed playing it for birdie.
No surprise, hole 10 here, playing a half a stroke under par on the afternoon, one of the softer holes on the course. Marweed takes advantage, bounces it off the podium, little drop in for a birdie.
Moving that tee pad back at the 9th has really made this hole play a lot more difficult. You like the change?
Yeah, you wouldn't think a slight change of 30 or 40 feet for world-class arm power, arm strength to make such a difference in the scoring, but it certainly has. We've seen a number of our top-tier competitors unable to get to the short edge of the fairway up there. They weren't even making it. It's just over 400 feet, and we're accustomed to watching these guys go 500 comfortably all the time. So it's a testament to the difficulty of that landing zone, anticipating the wind, as Nate was talking about. It's kind of a guessing game. He said it a bunch. I've said it a bunch. You don't really want to be the first to throw on half of these holes, half of the situations around this property. It's really helpful when you can get a read and get an eyeball on what's happening. Not to your advantage when you're first to go. It's a big guess.
Heimberg first to putt for the birdie. Tried to get sneaky up through the tree, and it doesn't work out, and now he's got a lot of work left for his par save.
Yeah, just doesn't seem like the Calvin we know today. A little bit shaky. I understand I'm trying to get something going here, but that was a big miss.
McBeth jams it.
Has his putter touched the ground today, Charlie?
He has been so solid. He did miss from C2 at hole 3. Remember, from behind the hay bales.
Correct. Did get a piece of the basket, but the man's putter has been solid. All kinds of distances. Testers inside circle 1, some very challenging circle 2 putts over the course of the weekend. And every time the pressure is rising, he does this. He did it at hole 4. He did it at hole 6. Here he is again. McBeth.
But Wysocki, on the other hand, cannot seem to catch a break. The nasty spit out back at the 6th. Has this one splash out left side. Heimberg shorts it. Another shallow miss from Calvin Heimberg. And he is going to bogey. And that's probably going to bring his hopes to an end at the end of this front 9. Barela needs this to stay level with McBeth. And a little trickier than it looked off the tee shot. He's got to contend with this low ceiling.
And it has to have, he's got to hit metal at least, because it does come up quick, that OB just behind. What a conversion. AB sticking with the master.
4 straight holes, McBeth and Barela have matched scores, and it remains tied at the top. Confident putt this time from Barela, shaking off the miss at the 8th.
It's a nice bounce back there for AB. That drive was about as good as it can get here at the 9th without pushing the issue, and look how close that OB line is. One step off the bullseye and you're gone. Such a great drive for AB to bounce back. Love it.
Back to the 10th. Ganon Buhr with a stiff crosswind putting for the eagle to get into 3rd and within 5 strokes of the lead. And a friendly catch.
That tried to work its way out of there. A little bit on the strong side. Last chain, snatching it back in.
Marweed taps in for birdie. He's tied with Buhr at 22 under. So a 3-way tie in 3rd place and a 5-shot lead for McBeth and Barela. There is so much disc golf left to play here. Just look at what happened this morning in FPO. It was a disaster down the stretch.
Swing. Yeah, there were strokes flying all over the place. It was insane to watch.
Lead card 18 over par on the last 4 holes. So McBeth looking like he's going to continue with his same game plan, playing for birdie here at 10.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is going to be a guaranteed birdie most likely for McBeth, unless if he throws it OB. Did he just throw that into the gallery?
That's a red flag, and McBeth blows the layup.
Whoa, door ajar in a big way here for Anthony Barela. If he can stick this on that green,
we could be talking about a 2 or even 3-shot swing.
Most likely a 2. I'm sure McBeth will scramble up the par from the drop zone. It's not the hardest shot in the world.
Barela got the birdie at 10 yesterday. Birdie in round 2. And the eagle in round 1.
Here it is. Does it drag enough right? Should have the length. It does. Green flag for Anthony Barela. Circle 1 look for eagle.
Massive moment in this round.
He's rising to the occasion, Charlie.
That's going to have to hustle back left.
Wysocki overshoots it at the 10th, and he's heading to the drop zone.
After an unbelievable round 2, Ricky has struggled. Heimberg.
That shape is on point.
Just outside the bullseye. Short putt left for eagle for Calvin Heimberg.
I'll tell you what, Charlie, this afternoon I've got 3 shots already from Anthony Barela that could potentially be championship moments. The drive at the 3rd that set up that little chip shot that he turned into a birdie. The second shot at the 8, unfortunately, he wasn't able to convert. You might even want to add that putt back there at the 9th. I think this drive right here could really be setting him up to take down his first major.
He watches McBeth go out of bounds on the layup and pures the drive.
Absolutely, with confidence, with conviction, full trust in his action. Got to convert.
McBeth trying to get up and down for par from the drop zone. Edge of the circle.
AB gets to watch McBeth take one more shot before he even putts for eagle.
Buhr at the 11th.
That one's perfect.
Eagle at 10, and he's in a great spot.
Perfect. You can't drop a disc in a better spot on 11. Beyond the crest of the spine, on the way down, wide open chip shot.
Ricky comfortably inside the circle for his 3rd. He's got that left for par.
Huge tester coming up for Paul McBeth. Circle's edge, windy situation, elevated pin, sloping away behind the target. I thought McBeth was farther than Anthony Barela.
It was close. But Barela just outside of McBeth, maybe 1 or 2 feet. So he goes first for the eagle to take at least a 2-shot lead. Yes, sir. AB back in front. He led by 2 to start the round over Paul McBeth, and he's back up by 2. McBeth needs this to stay connected.
Clutch putting from McBeth continuing. Definitely didn't want to leak that to 3 strokes.
Heimberg in for the eagle. It's got to feel good after a couple of bogeys in the last 3 holes. He's back to 21 down, tied for 6th. Wysocki in for par, remains tied for 3rd. But 3rd place looking distant. Now 7 shots behind your leader, Anthony Barela, who's got a 2-shot lead on Paul McBeth.
Could it be Anthony Barela's weekend to crack into the major winner's circle? Got to stay right here. We are 8 holes away from the finale at the championship. Come on back.
All right, Tyler, yep, let's go.
Okay, but does this outfit look
No,
weird?
you look great. You're just here to talk about Jomez collaboration.
No, I get it. And
The
it's like
Halo
the
Emperor. You got
so
it.
we wanna-
You look great. You're in character. Let's get it.
All right. Hey, everybody. The Emperor, the S-Blend Halo Emperor. With... Are you laughing?
I can't believe you even did it.
I knew. See, I knew it. I knew
You
this was a
look
prank. You told me this
ridiculous.
looked like the picture, dude. That's so.
Experience is the greatest teacher. And I'm so blessed after 40 years and 150 so courses, every project I'm still learning. I think when you get down to it, a lot of it is about vision. There's the vision for individual holes. There's the vision for the property and what it can become as a course and what it can become as a venue. And then there's the vision for what disc golf can become.
Coverage of the final round of the United States Disc Golf Championships continues. Second shot for Andrew Marweed at the 11th.
Perfect. Perfect.
Ganon Buhr.
There you go, little B backspin button. Fall on over now. There you go. Now stop moving. There you go. That'll get the heart raised up.
Let's take a look at the 11th.
Not the longest hole on the track, but definitely one to make you think and consider your options. If you're not feeling it off the tee box, this is the 12th.
We have the 11th on the right there, and we're flying the 12th. So you can get a little look at both of the next two
Why
holes
not?
for our lead card.
Either way, off the tee here at the 11th, there's a choice to be made. How aggressive do you want to be? Got a few options out there to the left and in the center to play for. You can chip it up there, chip it up there, chip it up there, take your par stress-free. You can be aggressive and miss in some good places and still have a relatively routine upshot for a par.
So we flew the 12th. We can watch Ganon Buhr attack here. One of the hardest holes on the course. Currently averaging about 0.4 of a stroke over par. Just 11% of players getting a birdie.
It's all because of this tee shot, Charlie. So demanding to find yourself in the perfect placement out there by the drop zone to be able to attack comfortably.
And now Barela at the 11th.
Wow, one angle sidearm out there in the 450-foot range for Anthony Barela. Calvin Heinberg playing for that last bubble out there in the fairway. There it is, beautifully executed from Heinberg.
Even a touch further than Barela. McBeth. A big mistake going out of bounds on the 10th.
He found some hazard here yesterday, making the adjustment. Finding himself center fairway, should have a nice angle for the sidearm in. Brad Schick trying to keep Pablo nice and chill. Rick unleashes and he's going to join the gang in the sweet spot here at the 11th.
4 super drives at the 11th. We go to 18. Corey Ellis.
Why not give it a full send on a Sunday? Corey Ellis from way downtown. That was out in the suburbs. Goodness gracious, what a make.
That was a par save from 58 feet on the elevated basket. He is tied for 34th. McBeth.
Asking for a soft landing, and he gets it. Curls up right there on the bullseye.
Nice correction from yesterday. Double bogeyed at the 11th in round 3.
Open the door for this man right here to come on running through. Barela really started picking up steam right around here. Had himself a solid round 2. Excuse me, round 3, moving day. This is going to rumble into circle 1.
Despite a couple of circle 1 misses, Barela has stayed very focused. He's made some great putts, and he's executing.
I love that you mentioned that, Charlie. There's, a few seasons ago when AB would start making some mistakes, you'd see him start jibber-jabbering at himself a bit, and the conversation in between the ears seemed to start getting a little intense, and he's really done a great job of working on his poise and staying calm. Just taking care of business on the next shot. That's all you got.
Ricky inside the circle. Lead card looking great at the 11th. Great look at this undulating fairway at the 11th.
It's skinnier and skinnier every year, Charlie. You were talking about it earlier about how up there by the target things just pinch down so tight. Barely circles edge in areas.
Nate, how's the wind playing out here compared to earlier in the week as you head down this early stretch of the back 9?
Yeah, it's a much different dynamic. First 3 days we were playing into a headwind on 10, 11, and 12, and relatively calm right now. They all had gentle right to left, which is helpful. And this is a similar distance to AB's miss back on 8. And he just collects himself. Not a problem at all. Yeah, you can see the flag is just not even moving right now. On a day that we predicted might even alter the tournament because the conditions were so bad. Really? Umbrellas are not out. Rain is going to hold off. They're going to walk up the hill to the stadium, and the wind's going to start picking up. They'll be throwing into a little bit of a head left to right on 12. Where they really get to open up.
Back to 12th. Second shot for Andrew Marweed.
One of many players happy with the par here at the 12th.
Ganon second.
He was off the mark, off the box, just trying to get himself back into position to make a casual par.
Lead card will head to the 12th when we come back. 2-shot lead for Anthony Barela.
The Mach 2 is a legend. For decades, it has been the go-to basket from backyards to courses around the world. Now, we've taken that same trusted design, the same legendary durability, and upgraded to Pro. The Mach 2 Pro features a 24-chain configuration that honors its heritage while setting a new standard for performance. This is the basket you know, perfected for the player you're becoming. The Mach 2 Pro, coming this fall.
Made from the earth, Rhino harnesses the power of plants and the sun to create topical performance products that are good for us and our earth. Formulated by a pharmacist and built by a chef, Rhino's unique line of products helps adventurers perform better and enhance recovery.
Hey, aren't you Anthony Barela?
Yes, sir. Try out this Venom.
Thanks, man.
Ooh, Calvin, looking good today.
Calvin Heimberg.
Sorry, hey, oh, sorry, excuse me, hello, hey, thank you. An aqua, I'm looking for an aqua. Do you have one?
Hey, Germ, you can't cut in line.
My apologies, you may have noticed I just cut you in line. I'm just looking for an aqua.
An aqua? Here, use mine.
Got it, thanks.
Hey, hurry up, man. You're taking forever.
Sorry, man. No 30-second rule here. What about that 100% off player discount?
Anthony Barela, 2-shot lead here at the USDGC. He's had some letdowns in final rounds at majors. Can he keep it going here today? Out of position, but gets the green flag. Is there an angle for Barela with his arm speed from there, Philo?
I don't think he needs it because Paul McBeth is, I think he has been playing this one pretty aggressively, actually. So if he puts it out there, it's going to really make things interesting for Anthony Barela. It's really about the placement for Paul now. I think it's going to be that chess match. How much of a risk do I need to take? He's out of position.
McBeth got the birdie at the 12th in round 1, but parred the last 2 days.
But he's given himself a chance off the tee. I remember these drives. They were all serviceable.
Yeah, he missed a circle 1 putt yesterday for birdie.
Calvin, right down the middle. Way out there, too.
Up ahead on the green, Ganon's third. Bit of a tester left for Ganon, but he's inside the circle. He's 4 down in the last 3 holes. McBeth.
That's going to work great, Charlie. Big skip, perhaps. No way! The line was great. I cannot believe that just came up that short, Charlie.
I'm not sure he can believe it either. Penalty stroke for McBeth.
This is in danger for Rick. There is OB out there to the left, and he's going to find it. Well, that made the decision for Anthony Barela very easy from here. No need to get aggressive on this second shot. He can play this for par, walk out of here, and most likely he's going to gain a stroke.
The bottom just fell out of that shot for McBeth.
Unbelievable.
Is that wind, or did he just not get enough on it?
I would have liked to seen a little bit more height. Just a little bit, maybe 3, 4, 5 feet of height wouldn't have hurt.
And he can't believe it. McBeth will go to the drop zone, where he has a critical shot to try to keep his hopes alive. Buhr in for par up on the green. So Anthony Barela, bit out of position, but could pick up a stroke at the 12th.
You know what I find really interesting? This hole is super punishing, but for Paul McBeth, he's going to actually get to progress the fairway. If you think about it, his drive came up well short of the distance to the drop zone. And with that error, it actually pushes him up the fairway into a place where he could scramble out a par.
That's a great point. And if he executes this next shot, Barela and he will tie despite him having the clearly worse tee shot.
And a penalty added to his stroke. That's a natural penalty for AB, ending up out of position, but here it is, McBeth from the drop zone. Woo, Charlie!
That would have been something.
Could you imagine a throw-in birdie from the drop to that drive?
He didn't miss by much.
What do you think that would have done to AB's energy after that? Crowd would have exploded.
That close.
Oh, work left for McBeth. He's going to have that circle's edge left.
Wysocki from the drop zone.
Beautiful touch from Rick displayed once again. Curls up halfway in the circle. Calvin, monster drive. Beautiful little skip into circle one, little 5-4 steps away. There's a good hole for Calvin.
He can birdie to get into a share of third.
I left all the women throw from there for their like third, you know, into the wind. And they're re-throwing, so obviously
Does anyone still have a chance outside the top two, Philo, or is it too late?
Yeah, they're going to have to fall back. That's the only way that anybody else besides McBeth and Barela, they're just running out of holes, and there's still some danger lurking ahead. Some volatile stroke swinging holes. Final 6.
Marwe listed as off the fairway after that tee shot. So he's going to be out of position at the 13th. Barela. Gives himself a tap-in par. That still has some work for
He
his.
does. The pressure is on his shoulders once again to hold strong, keep this to a par. He's answered the call so far this afternoon, McBeth has, on the putting surface. Not leaving much to be desired. 5 for 5 from inside the circle, 2 for 3 from beyond the circle. Looks like he's got his big toe right on that line, so they're going to call this a circle 1 most likely. Nope, just outside. Excuse me, circle 2 to go 3 for 4 and maintain.
Does not connect. Anthony Barela will have a 3-shot lead going into the final 6 holes.
Too much want there from McBeth, expecting a drop. Didn't get it.
And this is not a gimme. He's got to come back up the hill into the headwind.
And the gallery. A lot of eyeballs staring at him here for this 8-meter putt.
Had to have it. And a frustrated yank of the disc off the ground. McBeth now 3 back of Barela. Ricky in for par, remains tied for 3rd. Calvin joins the group at 23 under, tied for 3rd. Anthony Barela said yesterday in his post-round interview that he wanted to shoot another 8 under today. Thought 8 down average would get it done. He is 6 down through 11 holes, make it 12. And if he gets 2 more birdies, that would put him at 32 under par on the tournament. Is that going to be enough?
Absolutely. At this stage, I would absolutely be happy with 32 under par if I'm Anthony Barela. If he could tack a couple extra on there, even better.
Anthony Barela checking the scores. It's a 3-shot lead for the biggest power thrower on tour, but he has developed the touch game and the putter, and he is looking great for his first major victory.
Has your game gotten stale?
Bro, I'm so done with this game. I'm shanking all my drives. I'm missing all of my putts. Even my discs think I suck. Bro, your game is trash. God, dude, you suck. You're trash, bro.
Yo, bro. Looking a little gray. Try some color. Thanks, Ledgestone.
Ledgestone Disc Golf is the one-stop shop for your game. Visit shopledgestone.com today.
Bean boots aren't made to sit on a shelf. They're made to be worn. To see the world from the ground up. From Maine to Tokyo. Side trails to soccer practice. Seasoned by the seasons themselves. You wear them in by simply wearing them out. Here, there, and everywhere in between. These are boots that become more and more yours with every step forward. And the best way to wear them is to just keep wearing them.
Anthony Barela has finished in the top 5 at each of the last 4 majors. Second place finishes earlier this year at the Champions Cup and last season at the USDGC. Now he's got a 3-shot lead and a huge opportunity in front of him to get his first major title. What's it going to take down the stretch, Philo?
Consistency. Just keep doing what he's doing. He's played himself into position. He's earned himself the opportunity to win this major. Keep believing in himself. Keep executing the shots that he knows how to throw and stay in his lane. That's about all you can do.
Overhead view of the 13th. Tight bunker tee shot. Third shot for Andrew Marweed after getting caught up off the tee. He doesn't really get over enough on that.
That's still one heck of a swing for Marweed, being tied up along the left side. Progresses well, but most likely automatic bogey coming up for Marweed.
Back up here at the 13th. How does that change things for this lead card?
I feel bad for Anthony Barela. The last thing he wants to do is be standing around waiting and watching. You know, they just cruise through the first 2/3 of the course without a hiccup, and all of a sudden they get to the most crucial section of the course, the final 6 holes, and now he's got to stand around and walk around and pace around and wait for this second card, chase card, to clear out.
Yeah, and the third card is all the way through 15 already, so it's the chase card that's been playing slow. But this has been a very lead card as well.
They're cruising, man. They're golfing, doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not wasting any time. They're not deliberating extra long on any shots, just stepping up and throwing. Word from Nate Perkins is it's a ripping tailwind. And Calvin, obviously affected by that, snap hooking that thing into the woods.
That could be difficult to find.
That could be similar to what we saw from Marweed, potentially just a chip out. He has to give it a good one so he can have a way to fire up towards that green.
Six holes left.
World-class stuff from Anthony Barela. Mash making the adjustment from the Heimberg miss. Advantage of being second off the tee.
Ricky into the left side, but it gets cut down, and
He's okay. He's on the edge. Didn't go in the woods.
That's right.
Any consolation to that miss for Rick.
Starting here at the 13th yesterday, Barela birdied 4 in a row.
Beth following the flight of AB and out drives him a good 30-35 feet. Back to the A position, the more difficult guarded green, deep here at the 13th.
Starting to look pretty blustery out there, Nate. Conditions changed during this backup.
Yeah, it feels like the storm has finally arrived. It's not full on yet, but the rain was coming down and the wind was swirling a solid 20 plus right there.
Starting to see some umbrellas popping up. Gonna have off and on rain for the next couple hours. And the wind is going to be up for the remainder of this round. As we look at the Canna current conditions. Basket back in the A position. Hole averaging just a touch under par. 26% of players taking a birdie here at the 13th. Fourth shot for Andrew Marweed. So he pitches it up and he'll putt for a bogey. Big second shot for Barela.
Get stable. It's not a bad miss for Anthony Barela. He's going to avoid any picking up of a stroke. Tailwind seems to have dropped the bottom out of that shot for AB. Looked like he put it up in the window beautifully up on the high left side. Tailwind slamming it down. Wysocki, a sliver of a lane. Look at this, off the walking path into circle one for Rick.
What a shot from the left side. Laser beam from Wysocki.
You can go, yeah.
Sounds like Calvin's deferring to McBeth.
Three is going to poncho up.
Doesn't want to hold him up, got a clean shot. Beth doesn't get over on it, and this is heading in towards the woods in a bad way. You see it out there, that's at least 60 feet off to the left. Bunch of cabbage between McBeth and the target. Anthony Barela avoiding a stroke, being picked up on him.
Opportunity missed here for McBeth.
He knew it immediately, didn't get over on it enough, didn't have the right attitude.
Yeah.
You like that sidewalk skip?
I do.
To the 14th, Ganon.
Wanted to say it out the hand. That looked a little early, Charlie. Didn't want to discredit it before it got down the fairway, but he never challenged the fat part of the green.
Check in on the leaderboard.
Not much has changed. Anthony Barela, 5.5 holes away from hoisting his first major championship trophy. Pupil trying to overtake the master.
Calvin found his disc. He's going to have to figure out how to punch out.
Bit of progression and a healthy lane to work with there for Calvin Heimberg in scramble mode.
Calvin's just been a little bit off this afternoon.
Have to look to the start of his round. Those early missed putts, the confidence builders, the ones that give you momentum and get you engaged in the round, never really happened for Calvin this afternoon. He's had some phenomenal plays, but just unable to get any kind of a rhythm brewing. And this is another missed shot from Calvin. Lucky nip there to push him back up the fairway. Look at this, even better. Grinds along the path, leaves him a look.
Very fortunate for Heimberg. And if the conditions deteriorate here, Philo,
yes,
is that an advantage for Barela with a lead?
You would think so. It's going to be hard to gain strokes unless if he starts playing more aggressive than he needs to. He's sitting on a 3-stroke lead. You could think of a couple of holes coming up for Anthony Barela that if he just throws a stock shot, he's going to have a chance to make a birdie. Right? If he can get on the 14th on the green, it's a stock sidearm for him. He could play it conservatively and still earn a look at birdie. Same thing at the Clown's Mouth. He's got one specific shot to throw, hard and straight. You get anywhere out there in the fairway, that should turn into a birdie. You get to the 16th, you throw a conservative putter down the middle, no chance to go left or right, he's going to have a look at a birdie. He could play for par at the 17th and most likely get to the 18th with some breathing room if all things play out the way that they should for Anthony Barela. But he's well aware of what he needs to do to get this thing done. Now it's a matter of stepping up to the task and just believing in yourself and getting the job done.
The 17th awaits. Big stroke swings on the island green. McBeth, can he find a window? Aggressive run from McBeth. And a sigh after
maybe realization setting in for McBeth that it might be over. He knows Anthony needs to beat himself, and he has not done much of that at all today.
This would be huge.
Just off the mark. Not sure if he really needed to get that aggressive on that, Charlie. Out there at the back edge of circle 2. Maybe wanted the exclamation point, a little extra breathing room. Let's see how far this retreats off the miss. Just missing metal.
Heimberg for a long-range par.
Bingo! Calvin Heimberg, spectacular par save at the 13th. What a scramble.
Deep in the bushes off the tee shot, pitches out and hits from 50. Wysocki for a birdie. And he's in, and now he's in solo third at 24 under. So McBeth and Barela both still inside the circle. Looks unobstructed for AB.
He's not typically a straddle putter, so this has to be obstructed. He would rather be in a stagger stance. Got to be that second tree in line with him. He's going to have to straddle out to the right. So a little baby tester here for AB to maintain par. Converted.
Scary putt there for Barela after going for it from circle 2.
Questionable decision, perhaps. All's well that ends well for AB. Doesn't cost him a stroke. At least not to McBeth.
Ricky grabs 1, but he's 6 shots off the lead. Barela's lead over Paul, still 3.
AB.
The 14th was the site of a 2-shot swing yesterday between these two. Barela got the birdie. McBeth went into the hazard, didn't make the putt, and took a 4. And that's where Barela really took control of the round. Barela is on the short list of players who have a lot of Elite Series wins but have not won a major.
ABC. See his way to that major. He's looking at it. It's right there in front of him. I like his chances. He's in fine position. I like the holes that are coming up for him. They play to his strengths. Sidearm, hard and straight. Putter, sidearm. And then he could potentially do whatever he wants on 18. Putter, 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 layup, you know, just don't even try to make birdie on the 18th and walk out of here with a dub.
14, 15, 16 yesterday, all birdies for Barela. Ganon. Dead center, off the pole, but well low. He will settle for par. Antila. In for the birdie.
Courageous putt there for Nicholas Antala. Elevated basket sloping away towards hazard. Good stuff. Here we are. 14th hole, 413 down the grade. You see the shape. All hazard out there till you get right about the edge of the circle. Plenty of land to work with on the right side, but the field in general has been opting for the sidearm, much more receptive, playing into that grade of the hill, coming up the hill from the low side. Got to get over those hay bales. Nice soft landing, spiking in angle does better. We've seen some guys come in a little too flat, catch the skip, jump up and roll into the hazard. Such a specific shot required here at the 13th, but plenty of room to play for safety.
That flyover is presented by Zenni Eyewear for everyone. Ricky up first, giving the rest of the car to Windreed.
Played
Great
to perfection.
shot.
There's that crowd giving Rick some love. They've been waiting all afternoon to see this guy come back to life. The story of the afternoon has been Barela.
It's been pretty poised today, Philo.
It's a
Not
great
lot
word.
Of high, not a lot of low.
What a transition for Anthony Barela, man. I mentioned it earlier, the chatter that you would see him do in seasons past with himself and working himself over a little too hard, not having that grace and kindness and just letting things go. He seemed to really dialed into something that's changed that mentality for him, and he's at peace with himself. It seems a lot more in between the ropes.
Birdie all 3 days at the 14th for AB.
Great angle out the hand. True angle for AB. Not off by much to really putting an exclamation point on this tournament.
Another perfect spike hyzer forehand from Barela into the 14th green. And it's feeling like absolute must get for McBeth.
It is, Charlie. He cannot miss any more holes and expect to keep pace and overtake Barela, and this is off the mark, heading towards OB, should check up. Underthrown from McBeth, a nasty skip, well out of position, lengthy putt coming up. Imagine he's going to take a stab at it, but the odds are not in his favor out there close to 65 feet.
Another look at the Barela tee shot. Trusting it to come back.
That's what it's all about, man. He's trusting his instincts, picking a line, throwing true lines, which is beautiful to see. There's no extra wobble. The disc isn't standing up, sliding. Committed to the angle, attacking the angle, nailing the angle.
Anthony Barela knows what it means to win majors in the amateur and junior divisions. He's done it 3 times. 2015 Amateur Worlds winner. Won the U.S. Amateur Championships in the same year. Back in 2013, won a Junior World title. And just a different kind of beast at the professional level.
Pops on the bag for AB. Got to be a super special moment right there. Never a doubt out the hand from Ganon Buhr into the super sweet spot. Unfortunate to curl up on the tree, but one heck of a throw.
Well, McBeth has a decision to make. Is it go time,
Of
Philo?
course, yeah, he would have already laid up if he didn't want any part of it. He has to take a stab at this. If he could bang this big putt, it would add a little bit of pressure to that circle one for AB, and he's off the mark. Didn't seem to have enough heat to make it to the hazard. Should be safe there for McBeth.
Calvin for the birdie. Trying to get to 24 and match Wysocki in third. Though Rick is putting from 15 feet for the birdie.
Alvin Heimberg. Rocky start, but he's come to life here on the back nine.
All the top 10 finishers here at the USDGC automatically qualify for next year's event. It's an achievement on its own.
Absolutely. Playing for that exemption spot. Feels so good to start your season off knowing you're already included in the next championship.
McBeth for par. So Barela can putt for the birdie to make it a 4-shot lead.
He'll take the insurance stroke. He's been super solid from that 6-7 meter range all afternoon. Not the worst miss in the world. Heavy chain, slides out. He'll take a par. He's not losing a stroke to McBeth. Would have loved to capitalize on that. Hopefully it doesn't.
I think he was thinking the wind was going to push that a little bit more to the right side, and it bounces out left, and McBeth stays within 3.
Yeah, that reaction says, hey, there's still a chance.
Ricky can't convert the birdie putt from 15 feet. Taps in for par, tied for third with Heimberg at 24 under. Barela in for par. Now that's a disappointing mistake. He's going to have to shake that off with 4 holes to play. Barela make it Buhr, throwing his second at the 4th.
There you go, slides into circle one for Buhr.
Well, an opportunity missed there for Barela to really take command. You can start playing ultra conservative with a 4-shot lead, and he's still going to have to pass some tests down the stretch here, Philo.
Just a couple big tests coming up for Barela. He's going to have to gut up on this next tee shot at the 15th. Try to give himself the chippiest of chip shots into that Holly Bush green. Get the birdie, take it in. You got to imagine McBeth's going to match him.
Moment ago, at the 15th, Nicholas Antila.
Testing the ceiling of the triple Mando. Nicholas Antila, one of the best drives we've seen on the weekend.
Now his upshot.
That'll do.
Clown's Mouth 15th. Seems so simple standing on the tee pad.
Yeah, that's kind of the theme of this tournament. It looks easy from the eye. When you're in between these ropes playing for a championship, hey, nothing coming easy. You got to earn it. You got to stand up there and believe in yourself, trust your instincts, put your hand in the middle of this window and rip it. There's nothing to fear by out-throwing the hole. You could throw it way back there, 450 feet, and still earn yourself an angle into the target. And most likely that's not going to happen because you're going to throw something stable. It's going to get into these wood chips. It's going to touch and start working its way into the clown's mouth. That's really all you need off the tee pad. These guys are all proficient at doing that same shot to an angle. Protected green in the hollies, but there's a couple lanes you can throw the little chip shot in there with the sidearm putter play. It all works right around circle's edge before you come in to the limbs of the holly bushes you see here. So really not much to fret about once you make the triple mando.
On the green, Ganon for a birdie. Ganon in for birdie. So he's tied for third with Heimberg, Wysocki, and if Antila makes this, he will join them as well. Niklas good from 16 feet. Still bogey free on the day.
What a few. That's one way to do it. Overthrow the hole. Just throw it way back there. That's the desired shape if you're trying to get to the ultra sweet spot. And there you go, Rick in business. Little inside, but it's got the heat. Anthony Barela match the Heimberg shot, throwing it long and straight. Ooh, little curl at the end. Job done. Big pressure relief there.
Just can't afford the big mistake. Perfect tee shot from Barela. Can McBeth keep pace?
Swinging it wide. This is in danger, Charlie. Catches the mandatory tree. I don't know if that crossed.
Kicked off to the left-hand side. Looks like it's in front of that triple mando. Very difficult to get up and down for birdie there. And Nate, did he actually miss the mando here?
Got a chance to look at his disc, and I believe he did miss it. He'll be headed to the drop zone.
Oof. That just takes a whole bunch of pressure off Anthony Barela's shoulder. Best McBeth can do from here is par. There's no way for this to get greasy and find its way into the chains for a birdie or anything. Basic chip shot left for Barela.
Well, Paul makes good of that shot from the drop zone and has a tap-in par.
Ridiculous. The difficulty of that shot is out there. Threads the needle in the bullseye. Drop in for par for McBeth.
Blind shot into the green. McBeth gets it perfect. Let's go over to the 16th. Antila. A big log jam at 24 down.
Circle's edge look. A little blocked up by that last mature tree. Circle's edge.
Get in the hole!
Defending champion Buhr trickles into the hazard.
Heimberg underneath the basket. He's going to have a tap-in birdie. Barela, a chance once again to grab a stroke on McBeth.
3 holes in a row, AB has had an opportunity to extend his lead. And for the 4th time, potentially rejected.
Outside the circle.
Still got a chance.
Just had to beat the one tree, Philo.
Yes, sir. One thing to miss, and unfortunately catches it, retreats back out towards circle 2. Should have a pretty good look at chains for AB. Shouldn't be much of anything to worry about with wind in these holly bushes. Should block it all up.
Ricky tucks it inside the circle.
4 strokes with 3 to play for Anthony Barela would be massive. Here's the look for Barela. Skinny little holly branch sticking right in the middle of the chains from his line.
Rain starting to come down harder.
Coming up dry with the putter, Anthony Barela unable to capitalize on the opportunities to extend his lead.
Will these mistakes at 14 and 15 cost him still a 3-shot lead? Wysocki in for birdie. That gets him into solo third at 25 under for the moment. Calvin, though, has a tap-in birdie to join him at 25 down. Anthony Barela still in control. A 3-shot lead with 3 to play, but it could have been 5. 17 looms large. Stay with us.
The GOAT is back on top. This guy is not just back, he's in charge. Amazing to see this guy come back after the injuries he dealt with in 23 and 24 and really put together an incredible season.
Your 2025 Discraft Green Mountain champion, McBeth.
Well, let's flash it back to 2017 at the Beaver State Fling. Anthony Barela having his breakout moment. The youngster showing off the arm talent all the way back then, 8 years ago. And he, at that point, had already won those amateur and junior world championships. And we knew he could be something special. Flashed it back in 2020 at the USDGC when he led after round 1. Some amazing rounds at the Memorial. And we knew when we saw shots like this that he could be something special on tour someday.
Yeah, Yeah, there was not anybody doing that on the Genius hole.
His first ever PDGA win came back in 2011 in the junior boys division. He won his first Pro Tour event last February at the Chess.com Invitational, part of a 4-win season. And he won the Cascade Challenge earlier this year for his 5th tour win. No majors in MPO to his name yet.
Feels like that's about to change this afternoon. Anthony Barela, we've had a front row seat to his entire journey practically. We all know the pedigree. We all know the mentorship that he's been under.
Great make from the hazard for Buhr. But his chances of repeating here at the USDGC have already passed him by. Three strokes, 3 holes. Nate, how are the conditions out there as the lead card tees off at the 16th?
Tail left to right. Calvin bleeds it over to the right. This hole has been playing tough all week. I've seen more shots than not head into the hazard.
Tough wind conditions here at the 16th.
Nothing these guys are unaccustomed to. This is the prevailing wind, that left to right blowing over their left shoulder, pushing across to the right side of the fairway. Now you got to maybe stable up a little bit from your normal shot, anticipating that little push. Now it's a big push. Rick trying to anticipate that wind shear, if you will, and does well to keep it safe. Looks like a circle's edge look for Wysocki.
Wind ripping.
He's throwing a putter. He's got to nail this angle so that the disc doesn't get affected by the wind. Straighter is better for Anthony Barela. I don't for the birdie. Just give himself an outside chance that he can take comfortably.
Stays dead straight. And he puts it in the bullseye.
Perfection.
Big crosswinds, no problem for Anthony Barela. And now McBeth forced to match. Time running out on the 17-time major champion.
That's gone. Fortunate to catch a tree. Wind shear dragged that thing off to the right. Fortunate to hit dead square on that big one in the right side of the fairway. I think it's starting to sink in for McBeth. It's about over.
Anthony Barela with an absolutely beautiful, dead straight putter shot.
What an advantage to be able to throw something slow in the ripping wind. Takes away so much of the worry of the disc being pushed side to side when you can keep it on a 6 to 12 line. Trust the plastic, trust your swing.
391-foot par 3. Parked.
World-class stuff, man. Like, what else can you say? That is not normal. I challenge you to come out here and do this on a regular day and you're going to struggle, let alone championships, Sunday with 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing around. That's a championship moment right there, if I've ever seen one.
We've seen a few this afternoon.
From Anthony, from Barela, absolutely. He has risen to the occasion. We are watching that clutch gene develop in front of us on the world's, on the major stage. He's proven it on the Elite Series stage and all the rest of the stages before, but now he's showing us Championship Sunday what he's made of.
Clean up shot. McBeth
to keep things interesting. Are you kidding me?
That's going to keep him within 3, and he runs it down as the crowd goes berserk. Already headed up the hill to the 17th.
What just happened, Charlie? McBeth. I will not go quietly into the night, says the beast.
112-foot birdie from McBeth. Staying alive. And perhaps just putting questions in the mind of Anthony Barela as he goes to the island 17th. Ricky for the birdie.
Fireworks, man. Wow. 16th is delivering.
Enormous putts dropping at the 16th.
Wysocki fighting for that podium finish. The major at the Winthrop Arena will slip through his fingers.
He's back into solo third. Heimberg a stroke back as he takes a par. And Barela, after the fantastic tee shot, has just this tap in left for his birdie. He'll take a 3-shot lead up the hill to the 17th.
3 minutes and 30 seconds for Anthony Barela to figure out his game plan at the 17th after this, what do you call this, ginormous, gigantic, big bada boom from the beast way out there in the fairway says, hey, young fella, not so fast. We still got 2 to play. You're going to have to earn it, bud.
Electric from McBeth. Shades of his last World Championship putt. But from even further out. And if he somehow finds a way to go on to win this tournament, we'll be replaying that putt forever.
The one to tie the great one? Are you kidding me? If he comes back to win this tournament, that's the greatest putt ever. Not even a putt, it's a throw-in. He's out in the fairway. Jump putt, you want to call it, but I mean.
Barela, round 1, 17th, got a par, birdied it in round 2, par in round 3. He has not struggled with this hole. But
As he shouldn't.
You wonder whether the 16th from the European Open is in his mind.
Absolutely not. This is a completely different shot. He's got forever and some out there to the right to throw a dumpy sidearm out there, play for par, and have a 2-stroke swing, or 2-stroke lead, excuse me, at worst, coming into 18. That's all he needs to do right there. Throw it out there in circle 2, in the fairway. It doesn't matter if McBeth makes a birdie. It doesn't matter. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The hole that typically decides this championship, hole 17, 249 to the A position. 2-3 meters from the hay bales if you're going to get aggressive at that target. Not recommended unless if you're trying to chase down the leader. Final round, Championship Sunday.
Barela will tee off first. He and McBeth have matched on 4 straight holes. Back at the 12th, Barela got a par, McBeth got a bogey. And Nate, want to send it down to you just for the energy on the ground right now after what we saw at the 16th and the pressure and the history of 17.
I think all of us were just in disbelief. It felt like AB's putter shot was almost it. The tournament felt over, and then all of a sudden Paul just lit it up with 120 footer. Fans are just running to the 17th, and I'm right behind the tee now, trying to read the wind. And again, it's going to be that strong left to right. You can't turn it into the wind, but it really makes a safe play not too difficult. Nonetheless, this walk is so nervy.
Ricky catches the tree on the green side, and it rolls back nicely into a puttable range if he wants to run it.
How's the situation with Nicolas Santala? All right, Nicolas is working his way to the clubhouse. He's got a couple strokes lead over that if he wants to play for safety. I'd imagine Rick just laying that up, but this is the shot of the tournament, Charlie.
Barela will make himself a huge favorite to win his first USDGC if he makes the island. Somehow safe.
Charlie, are you kidding me? Anthony Barela safe by the width of a disc.
And that disc was coming in so hot, and it somehow stuck dead.
How?
On the green.
Rarely seen reaction on the green of the 17th when they're coming in hot towards the back end of the green. He needs this ace. McBeth also too strong into the hazard.
So McBeth will have to re-tee, and that all but closes it out for Anthony Barela, who can putt for the birdie.
Doesn't even need to, man. He can lay up and throw 2 or 3 layups on 18 and get out of here without any stress, any pressure. Unbelievable turn of events in 2 holes.
Incredible. And sometimes you think about fate, and the way that disc stuck on that island was something you don't see very often. Heimberg gets it on the green.
Ken Rollins down there doing the thing all weekend long. Big shout out. Thanks for coming up from Ohio. This gets him. Stick him on that. How? Did that catch the cameraman perhaps?
Well, we can't really tell from that angle.
I don't see how that stays in. I don't see it. That had so much sauce on it.
It stays in by about 12 inches. And let's get a look at this overhead view of the 17th. And here comes this shot.
No, cameraman never came into play. Great footwork. It just dug in. Caught a clumpy bit of grass and just killed it.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely. Well, we know what happened to him the last time he was in this position in a major championship across the pond in Europe, and down to the stretch, the last couple holes, the wreckage we saw at the European Open.
But he's passed the final toughest test. McBeth misses the putt, and he's going to take a double bogey here at the 17th. Ricky can run it for birdie. He does, and he misses. And it goes out of bounds on the backside. So he's going to have a short putt for bogey. And it has to be a layup here for Barela. Yes?
No doubt. There's no reason for him to be putting straight out of bounds when he's got a handful of strokes potentially here from McBeth.
Vinny drops the birdie putt, and that's huge because that gets him to 26 under, and Wysocki's putting for bogey. Heimberg now in solo third, and McBeth is going to drop back. I beg your pardon, because McBeth's going to take the double bogey. It's going to be a tie for second as Barela lays it up. He can tap in and take a 5-shot lead to the 18th. A stunning few final holes here at the championship. Ricky taps in. McBeth in for the double bogey, and it will be a drop-in par for Anthony Barela. Well, we got to see this a couple more times. Anthony Barela, razor's edge away from OB. It looked like he overcooked it, Philo.
Who knows what would have happened had this gone out of bounds for Anthony Barela. He would have had to re-tee. That shot would have been way over there.
And a slower disc, perhaps helping him out as it sticks into that grass.
You got to imagine that plays part. A thicker, blunter, rim coming in. A little bit more surface to dig in. What a stick for Barela. Redemption after the train wreck, the nightmare of the European Open.
Look where this hits the ground. That
less than a meter.
Never stays safe on 17.
Less than a meter does not stay safe. That's a miracle.
Barela checking scores. He's got 5 strokes. It's a simple putter play for him here at the 18th. And he can walk in his first major championship. Ganon took a 5 at the 17th. Nice upshot here at 18. He's going to have a birdie putt, trying to grab a share of 6th. And right now, a 3-way tie at 26 under. Seems Wysocki did not go out of bounds at the 17th. So that was a par putt.
Optical illusion. It looked like that thing was gone. My apologies for making that call.
So a tight battle here for second and third. Big tee shot from Rick that needs to simmer. He just doesn't deserve another one of those rollaways. Some terrible breaks this week at Winthrop for Wysocki.
Perfect. Never left center. That's exactly what you're looking for here at the 18th. He can be as aggressive as he'd like here from the fairway. He's got strokes to play with. You did it, buddy.
Got to 18 with extra strokes to spare.
Beth asking for the bottom to drop out. It does, right there in the sweet spot. Great angle up.
Nate, just wants your perspective on the 17th and the shot there from Barela.
Yeah, you could see Anthony really feeling the pressure. I mean, even having 3, he just went through his routine a little bit longer. The wind started to pick up, and there's just so much tension. And what this crowd gives to this game, everyone is silent. There's a solid 2,000-3,000 people trying to get a view, and you can't hear anyone. And it looked like he was deep. It looked like he was deep. I saw AB waiting. Everyone thought he was gone. From the tee pad, it looked like he slipped out the back. And when the green flag came, it was electric and unforgettable moment in history.
Let's go up to the green. Ganon Buhr, defending champion here at USDGC, putting for birdie. Right back at him.
To sender.
So Ganon will finish up with a par. He will finish in 7th. Another top 10 at a major for Ganon Buhr, but what could have been? Just never found a rhythm this week.
He did not, Charlie. He was just a little too sporadic. The good was coming a little too slow. Think about that stretch of bogeys he had in the middle of the back nine a couple of days ago that just derailed him from really staying on the pace.
And if you're Barela, you need to stress this shot. You can blast it out the backside of the green if you want to.
Sure, he'd love to end this tournament with a birdie after all the fantastic play, and here it comes. It's curling up, running out of speed. Green flag for AB.
What a performance from
Get ready to
Barela.
pop them bottles, boys.
He's going to win his first ever major title. He's been so close. He led this tournament last year coming into the final round and watched it slip through his fingers. He was 3 holes away at the European Open and blew up on the 16th. And now here in 2025, he is going to walk away as the United States champion. What can the future hold for Anthony Barela?
A lot. We've been talking about this for seasons. Anthony Barela, one of the highest ceilings in the game, has not quite reached his full potential, but he has leveled up once again here on tour in a major.
Paul McBeth up onto the green inside the circle. He will have to wait for a long offseason before he can resume his quest to match Ken Climo.
Yes, sir. We'll have to wait till next spring for the great one to strap it up one more time and try to eclipse or catch up. 18 major wins in the Open Division. Rick using every last inch of the fairway, curling in at the last second. He's in circle one, staring down a birdie.
It'll be the second win of the season for Anthony Barela. And we were looking at a comparison earlier to 2024 and what he's done in 2025. I think there's no question now this is the better year.
Are you kidding me? The level of consistent play Anthony put on display compared to last season, where it seemed like he was on the roller coaster, the ups and downs throughout the season. Average finish.
You see Anthony Barela's mom shedding a tear here as she watches on as her son is ready to walk in the major. What a moment. From a young prodigy to a tour stalwart. Now he will become a major champion. Calvin Heimberg putting for a birdie from 40 feet. Second place hanging in the balance. McBeth and Wysocki inside the circle putting for their birdies.
Brave effort there from Heimberg. Unfortunately, a big knock in reaction. AB D's mom, the Discraft team, waiting to celebrate with Anthony Barela.
McBeth in for the birdie. Guarantees a share of second place. Anthony Barela will lay it up. Ricky for a share of second. And he is in.
What a battle from Wysocki this week.
Ricky giving Barela some love. Calvin will putt for his par. Trying to hang on to solo fourth. And he does. It's going to be a $25,000 payday for Anthony Barela, but more than that, he's a major champion at the US DGC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 27th USDGC and first time major champion, presented by Innova, Anthony Barela!
Scenes on the 18th green as AB claims his first major title. And perhaps this can springboard greatness from one of the most promising young players on tour. His 6th tour victory. Let's take a look back at the round that was. So many clutch moments today.
Anthony Barela etching his name into the history books here at the Winthrop Arena. Cleaned up the air from round 3 moving days. Big brick off the first into a park job. Up ahead at the third. This has got to be a contender for an OTV shot of the day. One of the longest drives ever seen at the third, measuring into the 600-foot range. AB would go on a run. Ahead at the 6. About as good as it gets. Just a little bit of robbery there on the stairway. Jumping up to the 9th, AB swinging the hyzer out nice and wide for safety, playing that skip, gets it, curls up in circle 1. Out to the straddle, would convert. This is probably the most crucial of the day, getting that eagle at the 10th. So many of our top competitors very comfortable off the tee. Anthony Barela would go on to convert at the 11th. Solid drive sets this up. Once again, serviceable inside circle 1 would go on to convert. Had a little break for a little while, but when he needed it most, the straight and narrow was working for Anthony Barela, especially here at the 16th, able to utilize the putter. But Paul McBeth did bang the big one, put a little pressure on AB. He got it to the house with room to spare. Your 2025 US DGC champion, Anthony Barela.
Just one bogey on the day for Anthony Barela. When he missed shots, he found a way to find a par. And he held a lead throughout the back 9 and passed the test of 17. Anthony Barela, your champion, is with Nate Perkins.
Anthony Barela, we have quite literally watched you grow up in front of our eyes. From the 13-year-old kid caddying for Paul McBeth at Fountain Hills to one of the most elite power and distance players in disc golf history to now the complete disc golfer and United States champion. Can you even put into words what it means to etch your name into history?
It's honestly just a dream come true. This feels like the most prestigious tournament we have in the States every single year, and it feels like a major. I think this is my 9th year coming to this tournament, and then every year it's just been like a dream. And then to play with Paul and Ricky that final round, I've been looking up to them my whole life, and then to have Paul drill a 100-foot putt on hole 16, it's just crazy. And to still win the tournament, and then playing with Calvin too, he's one of my favorite players to play with, and it couldn't have gone any better.
Well, AB, I need you to take us back a little bit earlier in the round. You hadn't missed a circle 1 putt in the tournament. You missed a short one on 8, and then you make a good one on 9 after Paul made the spinner in the wind. How were you able to bounce back?
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to miss some putts today. It was way more windy than it has been, and it was just hard to read, but I just was so confident in my throwing that I knew I was going to have more chances and more putts. And, I mean, odds are if I miss one, I'll make the next one, so just got to move forward.
Another big moment in the round, AB, the shot on 10. Paul went OB left, and it didn't even look like you moved your body, and you park it in C1. The crowd went electric. Talk about that shot, the wind conditions, what you threw.
Yeah, I throw this Test Flight Z Venom, and it's honestly just perfect for that hole. I just pop it on a little Annie, and it fights the wind pretty hard, so I'm really comfortable with that shot, and I made the island all 4 rounds, and I think that was what really made me win the tournament.
Well, you had several moments to close the door, right? You had a putt on 13 from C2, one on 14 that you missed left, missed another one on 15. What's going through your mind there when you realize that you could have 5-6 strokes with just a few to go?
Yeah, I mean, I was not really worried I wasn't really worried about anything until we got to hole 17, because I know I had to stick that island, and as soon as I stuck the island, it was just like a sigh of relief that I don't think anyone could ever understand what I was feeling.
Well, what was that moment like stepping up to it? Because Paul had just hit the massive putt and kind of changed the dynamic. The fans are sprinting up to get a look. It looked like it went deep. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want to leave it short, honestly. Like, I feel like I've played that shot all week with that same zone, and then there was just a little more wind, so I just pumped it a little harder, and it held up. But, I mean, it was safe, so I don't know.
The reaction was unforgettable, Anthony. And you mentioned a couple of your mentors, Ricky Wysocki, Paul McBeth, and there was another one that I got to run into. It's Paul Ulubari. He said you were 8 years old when he met you. I mean, first of all, guys, he had Paul McBeth, Ricky Wysocki, and Paul Ulubari as mentors. I mean, come on. We kind of knew he was going to be a prodigy for sure. What does it mean to you to play alongside these all-time greats who helped you develop into the player that you are?
I mean, it's just been so helpful, especially Yuli. Like, after Worlds, we had like a long talk about like what's going to happen like coming forward and like how I should prepare for this tournament, and I honestly think that really helped me a lot. So shout out Yuli.
Shout out Yuli. We've got another shout out here. You had your father on the bag today. I mean, what does it mean to win this tournament and cement yourself in disc golf history with that man right there on the bag?
I mean, it was just so special. He's never seen me win in person before, and it's just like just having him there was an extra like comfort that just really helped me get through it. Like, it's just unreal. I love you, Dad.
Well, Anthony, this has been a long time coming. You've been so close to stepping through that major door, and now and forever, you are United States champion. Everybody, Anthony Barela!
Anthony Barela emotional following his first major victory at the United States Disc Golf Championship. Can you wrap it up for us?
I can try, man. What a spectacular week for Anthony Barela. What a spectacular week for disc golf. fantastic history-making weekend here in Rock Hill once again. AB eclipses the master in battle for his first major win. What a special moment for AB. We could see the emotions beginning to pour out in gratitude for all those who helped him get to this place, and that's what it's all about, man. Those guys are so close. All of us competitors, when you're on the road full-time, you grow a bond with these guys. And to see that come to fruition for Anthony Barela here in Rock Hill is so special, man. So special.
Paul McBeth didn't let him get away easy.
No, he did not.
Coming up with some huge moments late, including the 100-plus footer at the 16th. But Barela passed the test of the 17th, passed his name in the history books. More to come in Tournament Central. Don't go anywhere. Our coverage of the United States Golf Championship continues after this.
Join us in Pensacola, Florida on November 22nd and 23rd for the Downtown Disc Golf Experience at Blue Wahoo Stadium, sponsored by Discraft.
Legends built it. The next generation is elevating it. The most dominant team in disc golf history just got deeper. World champions, record breakers, the future of the game, united under one banner. This isn't just competition, it's a legacy in motion. This is the next chapter. Discraft, built for flight.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lizotte, Ezra Aderhold, and Holland Hanley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at PowerDGA.com.
Okay, that is a umbrella holder. So you sit it on your cart, umbrella in there, don't have to use your hands.
Stick this thing up there in the rain. You attach this to your handle, it holds the umbrella for you. Keep your towels dry, keep your disc dry, keep your chalk bag dry while you get your grip set.
I don't like raining, I don't like sunny.
I'm in the sun and the rain a lot in Florida. I use this very often.
Pops on and off the pole, super easy.
Go hands-free when it rains.
This season, Team Discraft is making a statement, and the message is loud and clear. Discraft, built for flight.
Hey guys, I'm excited to give you guys a sneak peek preview into the new Signature Edition Calvin Aviar. I really love this putter because it's a stiff plastic and it's got a bead. It just feels comfortable in my hand. It's really cool to get something that I've bagged for so long with my name on it. So if you want a putter that's a little more stable or you have slightly bigger hands and want a slightly deeper putter, this is the putter for you.
Welcome inside Tournament Central. The final hurdle for Anthony Barela, the island at the 17th. It looked like it might have gone too far, but the green flag goes up and the celebration begins for the 2025 USDGC champion. Wild shot here. Somehow, some way, stays safe. And we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Philo, what a weekend it was. Some incredible storylines. Former champions like Paul McBeth finding their way to the top, or trying to fight through some struggles. He was himself all Anthony Barela find his way to the top and roll.
So many stories over the course of the, you've got pretty much every previous champion that's won this tournament, minus Ken Climo, in the field of play at the start of the week, which is super awesome. Mr. Climo has been in the house all week, so definitely shout out to you, champ. Thanks for being on the grounds. I mean, all the things we were looking for Ganon Buhr to pretty much be a lock on this tournament come the beginning of the week. The odds were in his favor. It was heavy favorite towards Buhr, and then he really wasn't part of the conversation much past the round and a half mark. And then all the attention went to the Wysocki round for that second round. And then it was the Paul McBeth and Barela battle. And so many storylines jumping all over the place all weekend long. USDGC never disappoints.
Anthony Barela gets to scratch his name off this list. He had 5 Elite Series wins, but no majors coming into this weekend. And now he leaves this list behind. Simon Lizotte is the player with the most Elite Series wins without a major after Calvin Heimberg scratched his name off the list this summer at the European Disc Golf Festival. Well, the Distance Showcase is just getting started, and Anthony Barela is going to show off his arm. First up, Ganon Buhr. This is always so much fun.
Always fun. Getting a crush across the lake, put on a show for all the patrons. Spectators traveling from all across the world to be here. Ganon Buhr safely across.
And how about Austin Turner? He had a great weekend. We didn't see much of him today, but finished inside the top 10.
That's an exemption. We'll see him back here next year for sure. So nice to have Austin Dwight back after battling with some injuries and taking some time off. Nice to see him coming back, playing strong once again.
Thomas Gilbert stepping up.
Canadian Crusher, what's he got for us?
Competed earlier this summer at the World Games representing Canada. And he's safely across.
Make some noise for Anthony Barela!
I don't think I've ever seen anybody drop it in the bucket.
Big Germ did it once. It was wild. Yeah, that one's cooked. Send the dogs.
But you know what? He's not going to mind. USDGC title under his belt. All right, well, it's time for the OTB shot of the day. What do you think, Philo?
There's so much to choose from. The drive at 3 for Anthony Barela, the drive at the 16th, some clutch plays coming down the stretch. Why not? The eagle at the 10th, really setting him on the trajectory to victory. So casual, so smooth.
Took a 2-shot lead and never looked back.
Never looked back. What a performance from Anthony Barela.
Anthony Barela said he needed a 32 under to win the tournament. He laid up and got a 31 under.
With room to spare.
Absolutely. What a weekend. The Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship is right behind this tournament. We're going to be playing just 4 days from now in Virginia. 4 rounds of action at the Pro Tour Championship. Ganon Buhr will start with a lead in MPO. Holland Handley will have the lead in FPO after their first place finishes in the Pro Tour standings. So don't miss it. Thanks for being a Disc Golf Network subscriber. And just want to say thank you so much to our entire crew for everything that they've done. Our producer, Mahmoud Barani, our director, R.C. Yalanen, and Ian Lunger, and our entire crew, thank you so much for Philo Brathwaite and Nate Perkins. I'm Charlie Eisenhood signing off from the United States Disc Golf Championship, where Anthony Barela takes down his first major title. Have a great rest of your Sunday.